Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Matt Johnston, also known as Matt the Lawyer. And I hear you want to start a small business. Fantastic. We are here to help you. There's lots of services that we can offer to help small businesses get started, get organized, and get moving on with providing the goods and services that you want to provide to your customers. But a lot of people ask me a question: what are some of the things that I need to think about when I'm going to start a small business? Well, I'm glad you asked. So the first thing that you need to think about is, what are you going to do? Are you going to be providing goods or services? Are you going to be hiring people or not? Are you just going to be working for yourself? What kind of business do you want to be in? Then you have to start asking yourself the question, depending upon the nature of the business that I want to be in, what are some of the things then that I need to think about? There are regulated industries. If you're a medical healthcare professional, you probably know what some of those regulations are. If you're going to provide consulting services, what kind of consulting services are you going to do? Are you going to be providing retail goods? Are you manufacturing things? All of these questions have to be answered, and you have to think about things from the viewpoint of each one of those decisions, or the first decision of what you're going to do, is going to determine a lot of what happens afterwards. So that's the first question. Ask yourself what it is you want to do. The next questions usually involve things like, how do I structure my business? As a general rule, there are four types of business arrangements. There's the sole proprietor. That means you just open up a business and start selling something. It's a great way to make a little extra money. You could be a limited liability company, which is pretty common, LLC. It combines a lot of the good features of partnerships and corporations, and ditches a lot of the bad things that go along with those. If you're going to be in business with somebody, that's a partnership. You can also form a limited liability company or a corporation. All of those things need to be considered. If you're going into business with somebody, that's a whole nother separate set of considerations that you need to think about. And you really should be speaking to an attorney and an accountant about how to go about setting up a partnership. Finally, there's the corporation. A lot of people make the mistake, says, I want to be an S corporation or I want to be a C corporation. As far as the state is concerned, there's only a corporation. But as far as the IRS is concerned, you can make a choice. And it has tax implications, and you should consider those tax implications both with your attorney and with an accountant, because it does matter. There are some advantages to being an S corporation as a taxation form, and sometimes there's not. So it depends a lot about what you want to do. Some of the other things that you want to think about is, how are you going to operate? Are you going to operate out of a physical location? In which case you got to think about leases, and you got to think about premises liability insurance. You also have to think about insurance in general. So a lot of people want to start with a whole bunch of different questions. These are some of the first ones that you need to think about. What kind of business do you want to be in? What kind of business form do you want to have? And are you going to be operating a physical site? Once we have those decisions made, then we can move on to some of the next decisions and next choices that you have to make. But remember, when you're starting a small business, often the most difficult step is to take the first one. So the first question that I ask everybody is, what kind of business do you want to be in? Answer that question and give us a call, and then we can help you set up your business and connect you with other professionals that can make your business dream a reality. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.